Hello humans, and welcome back to another episode of RD2H Road to Happiness. This is going to be a multitasking episode where I cook while I talk because I am running out of time during my day right now. So this has probably been one of the best days I've had in a really long time. It is a day where I feel spiritually relieved for the first time in a while, and when I tell you why, you are going to think I am fucking insane. But if you are on a path of entrepreneurship, if you are on a path of chasing your dreams, if you are on a path where you are willing to literally sacrifice anything and everything it takes to become the best version of yourself and who you want to be, then you might hit a roadblock that I'm hitting right now. So let's get into it. RD2H Road to Happiness, building our mother frickin' dream realities, one life lesson at a time. Let's do it. So if you guys have been watching the podcast, you know I am on a 1-year internship at the largest investment firm in the United States, and that my money is running out very quickly, very soon. I am basically given two options: figure out a way to make it work, or wash out of the business. It's pretty cutthroat industry where you either make money or you fail out. It's that simple. Once you run out of runway, once you run out of money, you gotta survive. So you gotta figure out how to survive. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there. And so I've been freaking out existentially for months because I know that the clock is ticking. We are in one of the most brutal markets that you've ever seen. And of course it's my luck to be born in 2002. And if you were born around that era, then you know what I'm talking about. We were kids when the 2008 recession hit, which absolutely destroyed my family. And now we're adults and we're in a pretty bad economic situation trying to launch our careers and build lives. And it's just like the economy keeps fucking us in every single pivotal part of our freaking lives. It's like the most annoying thing ever. Anyways, you can't do much about that. Control the controllables, as I always say. So I've been existentially kind of freaking out because I'm like, dude, I'm running out of runway. I'm basically in startup entrepreneur mode right now. And once the money hits, how am I going to pay rent? And I'm the type of person where I'm like, dude, I'm not walking out of this office. I'm not giving up on my dreams. I will live out of my car if that's what it takes. I don't care what it takes. I'm not giving up on what I know I can be successful at. So even I know I'm stubborn. I'm headstrong. I am willing to sacrifice. I'm willing to do pretty much whatever it takes to get to who I want to be. But even I know that living out of my car in Los Angeles, California probably isn't the most sustainable thing ever. Like, where am I going to even park it? Is it really safe? I'm just like, I'm going to shower at the gym. I'll get ready for work at the gym. But, you know, even I know that's not really a sustainable option. So I've just been like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And then today I got an option. My dad's old friend, who he like grew up with, who lives in LA, has a garage that I can live out of. And you might be sitting here thinking, Natalie, that's a downgrade. You're going from a studio apartment that's your own to living out of a garage on your dad's friend that you barely know. Well, I kind of know him now that I live in LA, but you know, it's not the most ideal situation. It's not the most pretty situation. But literally, who cares? Because you know what I just got? I got relief from the uncertainty. Because, you know, I don't care about the sacrifices I have to make this work. I gave up my dog. I moved to a city by myself. I am living off paycheck to paycheck. I am barely surviving. But it's not that I'm barely surviving. I'm doing just fine. It is the uncertainty of what happens when I'm forced out of the business. What happens when all the doors close and I don't have any options left. That's what's been eating me up alive. And so is it the most pretty option? Absolutely not. Is it going to keep me in the game a little bit longer? Absolutely. And for me right now, as long as I stay in the game, I have hope. As long as I have hope, I can keep fucking moving. I can keep grinding. I can keep working as long as there is hope, as long as there is a path. If I have a path to take, I don't care how dark that path looks. I just need a path. And it was getting to the point where I was like, there's no options. And that's scary. That's a scary place to live in, where you don't have options. When even even if the options are bad, even if the options are moving into a garage, even if the options aren't exactly what you wanted them to be, having options is better than not having any options. And so for me, I was like, dude, the worst case scenario isn't giving up everything. I don't care what I have to sacrifice. I don't care what I have to give up. I don't care what it's going to take from me physically, spiritually, financially, emotionally. I don't care. What I care about is, can I stay in the game long enough to give myself hope and to continue the path and keep working? Because I just know that I'm capable of reaching the goals that I want to reach, and I am running out of runway, and I just need time. So it doesn't really matter to me at all. In fact, this is probably one of the happiest days of my life. I feel like a weight just got lifted off of my shoulders. I feel happy. I feel like I want to smile so hard I want to cry. And most people in my situation would think you're letting go of the last thing that you have. This apartment is probably one of the last things I have other than my car. Okay, like I said, I moved to the city by myself. I came with my dog. I had to give my dog up and send him to my sister's house because work got too intense. I don't really have friends in the city because I work so hard. I don't have a relationship. I don't have a lot of finances. I don't have anything left other than this fucking apartment and my car. Okay, that's it. Work, my apartment, and my car, and the gym, and that's all I have. That's all I need. And God, of course, I have God. Anyway, but yeah, I've sacrificed a lot. Giving up my dog was hard, but it was the right decision. Giving up this apartment is hard, but it's the right decision. And one day, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to carry the weight on my shoulders that I know I could have been successful. I know I could have made it in this industry. I know I had what it took, and I gave up. I gave up because it got uncomfortable, because it got ugly, because it got, not ideal. That's a weight you have to carry your entire life. Living in a garage for a couple months? Fuck it, I'm 23. I literally leave to the office at 7:30, I get back at 10:30. I just need a bed to fucking sleep in and a kitchen to meal prep. And if I have that, then I have the ability to keep moving forward towards my dreams. So what I'm really getting at when it comes to this episode is there are going to be sacrifices, okay? What many of us in our 20s and many of us don't understand is we want our dreams, right? We want all the things that we want. We want the nice house, we want the car, we want the dream job, we want the girl, the guy, whatever. We want all of these things, the career, we want our dreams, okay? But what we're not willing to do is we're not willing to sacrifice for them. What makes it the difference between somebody who ends up making $1 million and living the dream reality that you want to live versus the difference between someone who takes a comfortable job and wakes up, 50 years old, wondering, could I have done more? Is this really all I was capable of? Did I fold? Did I choose the easy route? The regret of not going after what you want is a lot fucking costlier than the regret of sacrificing for what you want. If I gave it my absolute all and it didn't work out, then it wasn't meant for me. But if I took easy routes and let life dictate my decisions, if I let this bump in finances that I'm dealing with right now push me out of the business, if I walked away to an easy salary job, that's something I carry for the rest of my life, knowing I could be good in this industry and that I just ran out of runway, that I let the doors close on me just because life said so. No, we are not carrying that regret. And so the difference is, are you willing to do everything it takes to get your dream? Okay? Because that's what it's going to ask of you. To really get to the person you want to be, to get to the 1%, to get to the dreams you want, it will ask everything of you. And right now it's asking for my apartment. And I don't give two fucks. Take the apartment, okay? The fact that I don't have to walk out of the office in 2 months, that's all that matters. The fact that I can continue to walk the path, continue to build, and continue to have some runway, that is all that matters. So for me, this is one of the happiest days of my life because for months it's been, I'm going to be forced out of my dream just because of circumstances, because I don't have money left, because the market sucks, because I'm in the worst time to start commercial real estate. I'm going to be forced out of something I know I'm meant to do just because timing isn't in my favor. And so, realistically, if you want a life that nobody else has, and if you want a life that only other people can dream of, then you're going to have to make sacrifices that nobody else is willing to make. You're going to have to make choices that nobody else is willing to make. You're going to have to be uncomfortable in a way that nobody else is willing to be uncomfortable. You're going to have to face uncertainty in a way that nobody else is willing to face uncertainty. And it gets easier as you're doing it. But nobody said it was going to be easy. That's why only 1% of people fucking get it. So there's a lot of people on the internet that after they make it and after they, have their dreams or whatever, or make it look like they have their dreams, because a lot of them are actually financially not doing well, but they're good at fucking faking, I'll tell you that. They'll tell you that there's easy routes, they'll tell you that you just need to work harder, that you just need to put more hours in, have more faith. Well, yes, you do have to have faith. You do have to have faith. But yeah, what they don't show you is what I'm trying to show you guys through these episodes in the middle of my building my career and building the life I want, what it actually takes. And like I said, it's an extreme level of uncertainty. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Doesn't matter. I'm going to keep moving. Extreme amount of sacrifice, extreme amount of, if there is a option in front of you, doesn't matter if that option is pretty, doesn't matter what that option looks like. For me right now, it's a garage. You take it to stay in the game, whatever it takes to stay in the game, whatever it takes to continue walking the path, whatever it takes to not give up on your dreams, you do it. And for me, it's been giving up my dog, it's been moving to a new city, it's been dealing with harsh finances, dealing with uncertainty, now it's moving into a freaking garage. But you know what it's not? It's not giving up on my dreams. It's not giving up on my path. It's not giving up on what I know I'm capable of doing. And one day, it will be a funny story. Yeah, ha ha ha. I lived in a garage for a little bit to float myself during a bad market cycle. What entrepreneur hasn't done that? What person of success hasn't made a sacrifice like that? The path is a pretty clear one. Do what it takes to stay in the freaking game. Do what it takes to stay on path with your dreams. Sacrifice what it takes. As long as there is a route, as long as you are still breathing, there is an option to continue. And for me, like I said, it was scary just because I thought there were no paths left. But as long as I have an ability to stay in that freaking office, I have hope. And as long as I have hope, I'm going to keep fucking moving. I'm going to keep building. I'm going to keep showing you guys what it actually looks like to get to our dream realities. And it gets dark. Real fucking dark before you get to the top. So, yeah, this is one of the best days of my life. Best days I've had in a freaking while, because I was just told that I don't have to walk out of the office. I don't have to give up on my dreams. I don't have to give up on what I know I'm capable of doing. And is it going to get a lot harder before it gets easier? Am I going to have to deal with a lot of freaking BS and deal with a lot of bad nights and deal with uncertainty? Sure, yeah, it's going to get much harder. This is just the start, okay? The start. But I'm going to have a roof over my head, and I'm not going to have to walk out of the office, and things are going to work out because an option was just laid in front of me. And so wherever you are right now, whatever you're going through, there are paths to be taken. Is it the path that you want? Probably the fuck not. Is it the path that, is ideal? Is it the path that's comfortable? Is it the path that you've been praying for? Probably the fuck not. But is it a path to survival? Is it going to keep you in the game one more day? Is it going to give you hope that one day things can get better because you're not quitting? Then take the path. Take the path, even if it's not the most ideal one, even if it's not the one that, is going to keep you feeling like you're floating above water. Take it. Because the worst thing that we can do is walk out on our dreams. And walk out on what we know we can achieve, because that's going to be the regret that you face 30, 40, 50 years from now when you're, done with all of the exciting things and you're looking around and you're saying, I know I could have done more. I know that I could have been more. It starts right now with how much are you willing to sacrifice, how much are you willing to go through, and as long as you have an option to stay in the game, then what does it matter? What does it matter what you're giving up? What does it matter? Do you want your dreams bad enough to give up everything other than them? Because that's where I'm at. I'd rather die than walk out of that office. Like I said, I was ready to live out of my car. I'm like literally cheesing right now that I don't have to live out of my car. Fucking cheesing. Do I have to give up this apartment? Sure. God has blessed me with this apartment for a year. And thank you, God. Thank you, God, for giving me a year to find some stability in my own apartment. my first year in Los Angeles. But again, thank you God for giving me an option, because I thought the doors were closing in on me. I thought there was nothing fucking left. I thought there was nowhere to go. And now that there is a way for me to continue building my career, to continue building this podcast series and showing you guys what it actually looks like to be in the middle of the fucking struggle and choose to fight anyway, I couldn't be more ecstatic right now. I couldn't be more ecstatic. And like, I just made an episode yesterday about how scared I was. It's like that fear is gone, because the fear wasn't I'm gonna lose my apartment. The fear wasn't I'm gonna like lose everything. I don't give a fuck. This is all material shit that doesn't even matter. Literally take it, doesn't matter. The fear was I'm gonna have to walk out on something I know that I'm capable of doing. I'm gonna have to walk out on my dreams, and I'm gonna have to walk out on everything that I've sacrificed for, simply because timing, because the money ran out, because etc. That was the fear. The fear was going and getting a $60,000 job and working my ass off when I know I'm worth $1 million. That was the fear. So the apartment, take it. I could give less of a fuck. Okay? It's like the fear is gone right now and hope is back. And as long as I have hope, I'm gonna live and fight another day. So the lesson is, as long as there's an option, as long as there's a door that's open, live to fight another freaking day, because I'm gonna be making podcast episodes from somebody's fucking garage, and it doesn't matter, because one day I will be making it from a view you guys can't even imagine, and it's because of the sacrifices I'm making right now. So this is one of the best days ever, one of the best days ever, and this is what it looks like to actually build from the ground up. So RD2H, Road to Happiness, building our dream realities, one life lesson at a time. Doesn't matter what you have to do. If you're in it, fucking be in it. Be all in to be ball in. So, love you guys. See you for another episode. RD2H. Bye.